Why no response?
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Only Panindra is responding. What about others?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Only one response. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, students, do you remember? Sorry, students, due to internet issue, I lost the connection. Yes, what I was asking. Yes, do you remember the syllabus of web technology, students? Because almost 1 month gap you got. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now you tell me. Do you remember the syllabus of web technologies? Be honest, students.
No, ma'am.
No,
No.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No. Why? Now only if you don't remember in the month of 1 month gap, then once you complete your MCA or when you go for fifth semester, so in the placement, if they ask you questions on web technologies, then how you will answer? That is not correct, no students. Okay, no problem. I'll repeat. I'll just do 5 10 minutes revision. Is my screen is visible, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, the title is Web Technologies, and course code or subject code is 20 MCA 23. And students, in this subject, we have 5 modules, and I already discussed the COs. See, this is the syllabus, students. I think you can see the screen. Okay, students, this is the syllabus of your web technologies. In the first module, we learned the basics of web browser. What is web browser? What is web server? What is URL? What is HTTP? And the introduction tags about HTML5. The introduction tags are nothing but the section tag, the video tag, sound, audio tag. So those basic tags we have learned, and then the HTML tags, XHTML tags. Again, these are all the basic tags. That is image tag, table tag, list tag, progress bar tag, media, audio, video, forms, frames. These we learned in module 1. And in students, the module 2 or unit 2 is very important. From here we are going to learn the actual what is web technologies, and how you can combine the web technologies with JavaScript or other languages like Bootstrap, Angular JS, with others, how with other programming concept, how you can combine the web technologies. Here we have learned very important concept, that is CSS. CSS stands for cascading style sheet. Here in CSS we have three levels of style sheet, that is inline, document, and external style sheet. And we have also learned the selectors, font, color, text, box model, span, div tags also we have learned. And the very important concept is JavaScript we have learned, and the control statements of JavaScript: arrays, function, pattern matching, element access, and event handling. These are the concepts of topics of second module. And after second module, I have completed fourth module. I have taken fourth module, that is jQuery. In jQuery, I explained so many programs using jQuery, how you can put a different effects in the programs. In jQuery, we have used selectors, event, jQuery effects, jQuery with CSS also we have learned. And before your first semester exam, I just started with the third module, students, that is Bootstrap. I just started with the third module, Bootstrap. I have completed the introduction to Bootstrap, and some of the examples also I have completed. If you want, I'll do revision in today's class. And this is the last module, students, fifth module. In fifth module, we are going to learn AngularJS, the introduction to AngularJS, directives of AngularJS, expressions, controls, filters, services, events, forms, validations, and examples. This is a syllabus of your web technologies. Already three modules I have completed, students. First module, second module, and fourth module I have completed. If you have any doubt in future classes, we can discuss once again this the second and fourth module. And now I'll start with the third module, students. Yes, students, are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Why strength is less? How many are there? Only 49 students are there. Now one student has joined. What about the remaining students? Only 48 are there. Okay, students, before we learn this bootstrap, we should have a knowledge of HTML and CSS. Before we learn this bootstrap concept, we should have the knowledge of HTML and CSS. HTML, what is HTML? HTML contains some basic tags, text formatting tags, or the text editing tags, or the web page formatting tags, and the CSS concepts we should understand before learning a bootstrap. Introduction to Bootstrap. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, the three most important tools for you as a web developer. So, as a web developer, before you understand or before you work on Bootstrap, you should know or you should understand these three basic concepts, that is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. As a mobile world, and it's as a mobile world, and its need grows every day. So as we all know that nowadays the need of mobile is increasing. Before we were not giving mobile to our kids. Now without mobile they cannot attend class, because if I give laptop to my daughter, if I give laptop, she'll tell I'm not comfortable with the laptop, she wants mobile. So nowadays the usage of mobile is increasing. So the development of web page is also increasing. So the development of web page or website has become challenging for the developer to develop a attractive and user friendly website. Correct, no students? So when demands or when the requirements increases to the production, it will become a challenging. To the production, it will become a challenging. So similarly here also there is a huge need of a mobile in the current world. So there is a lot of increase in the website or web pages. So the developer, so we need many developers to develop a website, and it has become more challenging. As the appetite increases, or means as the need increases, the industry also serves with all new engines and machines to meet the demand. As the requirement increases, as the need increases, even the industry also take a new step to develop a new engine and to develop a new manufacturing. Yes, students, you know that in some of the companies, no need to develop or no need to write a code from scratch. Already some tools will be there, some engines will be there. With that, a basic the skeleton will be generated. In that skeleton, whichever is necessary or whatever the validation code you need to include, if you include that much is enough. No need to write the code from the scratch. I think in Cerner they have. I don't know exactly in Cerner. Few of the past students, they were telling, "Ma'am, no need to develop a code from scratch. Already some skeleton will be there. In that, just we have to add some important functionalities or the required functionalities." So this diagram shows this is a diagram of history of CSS. In the year 1996, CSS1 has introduced by W3 School, and in the year 2011, no sorry, in the year 1998, CSS level 2 has introduced by W3C. In the year 2011, CSS 2.1 has introduced, and in the year 2012, CSS 3 has developed. I think no need to tell about the students. So the philosophy of a mobile. See, if we take a count, no need to go worldwide. If we take an example of our home, then before 10 years, how many mobiles were there in our home? Or before, why 10 years? Before 4 years or 5 years? Before 4 5 years, how many mobile phones were there? And now how many mobile phones are there at your home? Before 3 4 5 years back, only parents used to have a mobile phone. Correct, no? Yes, students, please respond.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, now I think even your brothers sisters are also having mobile. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Why? Due to this situation, due to this pandemic, nowadays everything is online, so everybody needs mobile. Let us consider the following facts. There are more than 1 billion users worldwide and count worldwide. So there are more than 1 billion. More than 25% of web users access. So more than 25% of web users access it on only mobile. See, students, just now I gave example of my daughter. When I tell you her to attend the class in laptop, she'll tell, no, I'm not comfortable. She tells that she's comfortable in mobile phone. Similarly, if we want to access something, then we prefer mobile phone. Correct? No, we prefer mobile phone than the desktop. So the increase of the usage of mobile phone is increasing to access any website. More than 90% of all people on earth have mobile phone. Correct? More than 90% of all people on the earth have mobile phone, and more than 50% own a smartphone. Correct? No, I think only your grandparents, they may have, even grandparents also nowadays they are using smartphone. So more than 50% of people on the earth, they are using smartphone. So more than 50% of mobile phone user use mobile device as their primary internet source and not a desktop computer. Correct? No, so more than 50%. So out of these 50%, if they want to access internet, or if they want to browse internet, they use mobile than the desktop. So more than 70% of tablet owner purchase things online from their tablet each week. Correct? No, so nowadays many people are ordering or taking items from online than going to the stores. By 2015 and 2016, mobile and tablets are predicted to overtake desktop internet usage. Yes, students. Next, we have a responsive design basic. So, in a nutshell, responsive web design means designing and building your website that would properly render in almost all devices, irrespective of their device size, browser screen, and so on. The meaning is, if you open a Flipkart website in your phone or in your browser, is maybe the display size varies, students. The display size, definitely it will vary, but the content which we can see on the website and mobile phone, both are same. Correct? No? Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
students. Huh?
It's same, ma'am.
See, if you use tab also, you can access Flipkart. If you use a mobile phone also, you can access Flipkart. If you use this desktop also, you can access Flipkart. Correct? No? If you use to attend the class, if you use mobile phone also, you can the voice clarity. Okay, it depends on the internet, but I'm talking about the display size. Here I'm talking about the design and display. So will it change, students, if you attend the class in mobile phone or tab or laptop? The size will it vary? I'm not talking about the device size, the display picture I'm saying. Yes. Okay, setting the viewport. Viewport is a visible area. So viewport is nothing but it is a visible area of a web page on the device or monitor the user is accessing on. The size of viewport varies with the device. device. For a mobile phone, if you take mobile phone, the size is, I think somewhere I have to. See, if you take a mobile phone, the size may be this much. If you take a tab, the size will vary. If you take a laptop or desktop, the size will change. If you take example of a smart TV, then again the size will vary. But the information or the content what you want to get from the mobile or tab or TV, will it change, students? Only the size is varying. You're understanding what is my point? Yes, students. Students, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, students, here what I am trying to explain is, see, if you take a size of mobile phone or desktop or tab or TV, definitely the display size will vary. Will the quality of a voice will vary, students? No. So here in the viewpoint, when the size varies, even the display size also varies. Here we have some of the links which we use in a Bootstrap. See, students, this is the first line. Link rel is equal to style sheet media print href is equal to print.css. What is this? What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? Anybody? Here we are linking or we are calling the print css file, and this is the file name print.css. This represents it is a external style sheet. Yes, students, don't forget this. This represent it is a external style sheet. For this print, whatever the necessary data or necessary designs we want to implement, that will be defined in the print.css file. That will be defined in the print.css file. The next example, max width 800 pixel and href is equal to 800 max 800.css. Max 800.css. For this, to display the image or to display the content with a 800 pixel, whatever the rules or whatever the attributes I have defined, those attributes are present in this max 800.css file. This is the external style sheet. This is the same with the next file or the next statement, that is width is equal to 320 pixel, and the width related to this width, whatever the attributes we have defined, so that is defined in the max 320.css file. The same thing for portrait and landscape. Yes, students, are you understanding? Yes, any doubt? You want me to repeat? No response. So next we have a responsive design patterns. Here, students, already this I have completed. I am doing revision these topics. So in the responsive design pattern, we have three patterns, or we have three designs, or you can say three levels: fluid design, column drop, and the layout shifter. So fluid design, this is the most popular and easy option for the responsive design. See students, responsive design is nothing but the display design. The display design in the mobile phone, or the display design in the tab, or the display design in the laptop or the desktop. So in the display design, how you can how we can do the designing. So this is the fluid design is the most important and most popular and easiest option for the responsive design in this pattern. So in this pattern, the larger screen, multiple column layout render a single column in a smaller screen in absolute same sequence. One example I'll give students. See, now I'm opening a new tab here. I want to browse some information. I want to browse. So here I'm opening Google. So I want to know about Bootstrap. See here in a screen, in this screen, how many options or how many information I can see. Can you see the same information in a mobile phone? Can you see the same information? Yes, you can see one second. You can see the same information, but the size will vary. You have to scroll down. Correct, no? You have to scroll down if you want to see the below information. Here also, if I open this information in the laptop, how much ever the information you can see in the screen, only that much it will show. If you want to see the some more information, then we need to scroll down. Correct, no students? We need to scroll down. Similarly, in the mobile phone, in the tab also, the size will vary. The size will vary. Same here. This is the most important, most popular and easiest option for the responsive design. In this pattern, largest screen, multiple columns layout render a single column in a smaller screen in a absolute sequence. The second option here, or the second pattern, is column drop. So in this pattern also, the page gets rendered into a single column. In this pattern also, the page will get rendered into a single column. However, the order of the blocks get altered. But here, the order of the data will get changed, will get altered. This means if a content block is visible first in order in case of a larger screen, the block might be rendered as a second or the third of a smaller screen. Yes, means here I'm door close ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? See here students, here I am drawing this diagram. So here, see the content, if you are able to see in the column, in this column drop, what happens, the data will, the position of a data may vary. See here, however, the order of the blocks get altered. The same content we are able to see, the content will not change, only the order of the sequence of our data is going to change. Altered means it may going to change. This means if a content block is visible first, means if some content block is visible first in a larger screen, that might be rendered into the next data may be visible in the next block. See here, in this block some data is visible, and the remaining data is visible in the next block. So this is a column draw. Next we have a layout shifter. So this layout shifter is a complex, this mechanism or this methodology is complex, but it is powerful pattern in which the whole layout of the screen content get altered. Here in this, the whole content will get changed in case of a smaller screen. This means that you need to develop a different page layout for large, medium and small screen. See here what happens if I see the data in the tab, or if I see the data in the mobile phone, or if I see the data in the laptop, definitely the content, the ordering of a data is going to change, students. The ordering, the content is going to change. So for that, here, that is the reason why here when we are developing a web page for mobile phone, then we have to set a size according to the mobile phone. If you are developing a web page for desktop, then you have to change the layout according to the desktop. So that's why here that is this means that you need to develop a different page layout for a large, medium and smaller screen. Why? Because the every time the data is the ordering of the order of the content is going to change, students. Every time the order is going to change. So that's why based on the device size, we have to design the viewport. We have to design the viewport. Getting, students? Understood? Next we have the navigation patterns. The navigation patterns, the menu bar, navigation app, footer, maintain container shell, images, tabs, forms, elements, pop-ups, alerts, embedded audio and video. These are all the patterns. Next, we have a very important concept, that is what is Bootstrap includes, or what is a Bootstrap made up of. The Bootstrap includes components, CSS, scaffolding, customization, and the JavaScript. So the Bootstrap is combination of components, CSS and JavaScript. As I told in the first slide, students, before we develop or before we learn this Bootstrap concept, we should have the knowledge of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Yes. So here the Bootstrap includes CSS, components, scaffolding, customization and the JavaScript. Next we have CSS. Bootstrap comes with the fundamental HTML element styled global CSS classes for advanced grid patterns, and lots of enhanced and extended CSS classes. So this bootstrap combines, or this bootstrap comes with the fundamental elements of HTML, CSS and the patterns which we are using in CSS and the extended classes of CSS. Here we have a basic example of a Bootstrap and CSS. See, students, see here. See here, this is an example. The HTML is configured with the Bootstrap and CSS. This is a font family. The font family, any family you can take. Here I have taken sans serif, and here the text size. The text size is adjusted to 100%. See how, yes, students, do you remember in the CSS, in the external CSS, we used to define the properties. How we were defining the properties? Yes? Suppose if I am defining the property for div tag, div color red. Do you remember, students? Border dotted. Yes? Yes, students, do you remember? So similarly, here also we are defining some of the properties for HTML and Bootstrap. Yes? See, this is a external style sheet, students. So in this external style sheet, I have defined a properties for this H4 tag. What are the properties I have defined? Color, border padding, and border style. Yes. So similarly, here also the properties are defined. Here also the properties are defined. How HTML global element is configured in Bootstrap and Bootstrap CSS. So we are configuring a HTML with Bootstrap CSS. So next we have the components. Bootstrap offers a rich set of reusable and built-in components such as breadcrumbs, progress bar, alerts, and navigation bar. The components are technically custom CSS classes specifically crafted for the specified purpose. For example, if you want to create a breadcrumb in your page, you simply add div tag in your HTML by using a Bootstrap breadcrumb class. See here, this is a breadcrumb. See, students, here we are using the components. See, before this, have you used these tag, students? Yes? Please respond. Before learning this Bootstrap, have you used these concept tag, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we have used, no? But here now we are using with a Bootstrap. Yes, when I execute the programs and show, you will get a clear idea, students. See here, this is the ordered list. The class is breadcrumb, the class name, and here the list items. The first list item is home. And why here the hash symbol, students? Anybody? Why here this hash symbol?
That is default, ma'am. Like nothing will happen if you click that.
Yes. See, students, what happens here? Here I am creating a list, like when you visit a web page, home. Itara list iruttala. Home. When you click on the home, it will redirect to home page. When you click on the store, then it will redirect to the store page. Correct, no? When you click on the offer zone, then it should redirect to the offer zone. So here what happens? Yeah, what happens if we are here in this double quotes, whatever the file name we are giving, so to that file it will be redirected. Correct? No? Yes. Store zone. Store zone will be there. No? Store zone is there. No, students. So related to this store zone, whatever the information we want to display on the web page, so that will be defined in this file here. In place of hash, whatever the file name I give, say for example, I give store.html. I give store.html. I give store.html means in that store.html source file, there I have defined the attributes, or I have written the code for the for this link. When you click on this, when you click on this hyperlink, that is the store. So whatever the information it should display, related to store, all that information will be present in this file, that is store.html. So in the beginning, what we do in the initial stage of a project development, we just give this hash. Once we develop all the pages, then we start giving a hyperlink pages also. Start giving the address of those hyperlink pages. Yes, students, understanding? Please respond. If you don't respond, then how I will understand whether you're following or not.
We understood, ma'am.
Okay. So next we have get bootstrap and the bootstrap file structure. This I'll do it in the next class, students. So how to get a bootstrap and how to what is the file structure of a bootstrap? This I'll do it in the next class. Answer your attendance, students. One,
Yes, ma'am.
two,
Yes, ma'am.
three,
Yes, ma'am.
4,
Yes, ma'am.
5, 6,
Yes, ma'am.
7. Arvind. 8,
Yes, ma'am.
9.
Ma'am, he's present. He's having network issues.
Arvinda.
Banaka Raj, ma'am. 9.
Okay. 10,
Yes, ma'am.
11,
Yes, ma'am.
12, 12. Rahmatullah. Absent. 13,
Present, ma'am.
14,
Present, ma'am.
15. Charan. Absent. 16,
Yes, ma'am.
17,
Yes, ma'am.
18,
Present, ma'am.
19,
Present, ma'am.
20, 21,
Present, ma'am.
22, Harshit present. Harshit.
Present, ma'am.
22,
Present, ma'am.
23,
Present, ma'am.
24,
Yes, ma'am.
25,
Present, ma'am.
26,
Present, ma'am.
27,
Present, ma'am.
28,
Present, ma'am.
29,
Present, ma'am.
30,
Yes, ma'am.
31. Naval. Absent.
Present,
30.
ma'am. He's there.
Busy now.
No, ma'am. He's there.
Okay. 32,
Present, ma'am.
33,
Present, ma'am.
34. Panindra was there, no? 35.
Ma'am, 34 is present.
Okay, 35,
Yes, ma'am. Present.
36.
Yes,
Present, ma'am.
He's there, ma'am.
Okay, okay. 37.
Ma'am,
Present,
34
ma'am.
present, ma'am.
Okay. ನಾನು ಓಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ. 37,
Present, ma'am.
38,
Present, ma'am.
39,
Present, ma'am.
40,
Yes, ma'am.
41,
Present, ma'am.
42,
Present, ma'am.
43,
Present, ma'am.
44,
Present, ma'am.
45,
Present, ma'am.
46,
Present, ma'am.
47,
Present, ma'am.
48,
Present, ma'am.
49. Someshri. Absent. 50,
Present, ma'am.
51, 51, 'Shri Vishnu absent. 52,
Present, ma'am.
53,
Present, ma'am.
54,
Present, ma'am.
55,
Present, ma'am.
56,
Present, ma'am.
57,
Present, ma'am.
58,
Present, ma'am.
59,
Present, ma'am.
USN 7. Arvind is absent, no? Arvind absent, Rahmatullah absent, Charan absent. Someshri absent. Shri Vishnu absent. Yes, students, I want to talk about mini project. Already part A programs we have completed. So once you complete your first lab internals, I want to take a demo of your mini project. What is the status? How much you have completed? Is now you have to work on mini project also. Before only I told in along with the part A program, you have to work on part B also. So now almost all the programs we have completed in part A. So now you have to focus on part B students. That is mini project. So immediately after your lab internals, first lab internals, I'll take one demo. I'll take a demo of your mini project. So that day, don't tell that, ma'am, laptop issue, this, that issue. We are not decided any modules. Still, we are in confusion. I don't want to listen any such reason, students. Okay. Okay, students. I'll stop here. See you in the next class. Thank you.